Hi everyone, I'm Lara from GoSimpli, and today's Stackable 10 is another walking workout. Today we're going to do just walking and some extra sort of heart rate cardio. So starting with walking right here, we've got our 30-30 timer like we always do with our walking workouts. So we're going to be doing a walking move for 30 seconds, and then we are going to do something with a little bit more heart rate, maybe a little bit of jumping. Again, to elevate the heart rate, but also because I have osteoporosis, and I know that a lot of you who watch have osteopenia or osteoporosis, and a little bit of extra impact is actually good for our bones. So let's pick it up to a jog here. Okay, you don't have to do super high knees or anything. We're just sort of jogging in place. You can jog forwards and backwards. So that little bit of extra impact, we have that throughout our daily lives. Just every single day. So when you have osteoporosis, if you totally shy away from any kind of jumping, then you can actually put yourself in a risky situation. Okay, we're going to head back to walking here. You can put yourself in a risky situation where if you have some extra impact, even just like a slight stumble on a step off a curb or something, could become a broken bone. So we want to keep in some of those more intense impact than just walking. As much as we can and as much as okay for our body. You'll have to speak with your physiotherapist about what is appropriate for you. Okay, now we're going to do some jumping jacks. So again, if you find this too much, you can just go out to the side. Try to move again with a fair bit of extra here, we want to get that heart rate up, and even just stepping out to the side like this a little bit more is putting extra on those joints, but if you can, definitely go up to that full jumping jack. Okay, and back to walking. And again, as I always say, you can go backwards. Backwards walking is really good for us. And forwards, and move all around, whatever makes you feel comfortable. And we're going to try a side shuffle next. So again, you can walk it. I'll show you sort of the walking side shuffle. But if you have a little more energy, then feel free to sort of like really make it into a bit of a side run shuffle. Okay, so you can just, walk it a little faster than you normally would, side to side. And again, this is adding that little bit, or you can really shuffle side to side here. So I'm in a slight squat position, not a full squat, but I am holding it lower than normal. My knees are definitely bent here. And we're definitely getting our heart rate up. And then back to walking. But we are always coming back to the walking. And I'm definitely feeling my heart rate up. Hopefully you are as well. I love walking workouts. I don't put music in the background because we all have totally different musical tastes. So put on whatever you want. And if your walking turns into a bit of a dance, that's totally fine too. Okay, next up we're going to do a kick. Okay, so it can be just a low kick. If you really want to kick it up there, by all means, you give it a good heavy kick, but know that a low kick is fine too. We're not doing kickboxing here. There's no reward for the highest kick. We're just kicking, we're just getting that heart rate up, so whatever feels best for you. Excellent, and back to walking. Now we're going to we do this sometimes for mobility, and we're going to do sort of a hamstring kick behind us, a hamstring curl with opposite arms touching. So I'll show you what that looks like. We still have a few more seconds here of walking, so don't get worried yet. And I'm going to show you that we can add a jump to that to make it a little bit more challenging for our joints and our bones. Okay, so we're going behind. I'll show you from behind. And trying to slap that foot, and you're fine to stay right here. This is excellent. If you want, feel free to add just a bit of a sort of a hop jump with it. But again, low impact is fine too. Whatever's working for you today. And back to walking. And next up, we're going to do the opposite motion for our hips. So we're going to bring our leg up in front and try and hit our shoe as well, opposite hand to opposite foot. But again, we still have our walking time. Remember, you can always go backwards and forwards and move around. You don't have to stay in one spot. You can shimmy all over your living room. So again, we're doing opposite hand to foot here. And you can also leave this low impact like this. This is fine, but if you want, you can definitely bring it up a notch. Just a few more seconds here. I can't talk quite as much when I do the jumping. Okay, and back to walking. Okay, next up we're going to do some lateral bounds. So we're going to be moving side to side again. And again, I'll show you a low impact version, which will just be like a wide step to the side, or you can bound it side to side. So like jump it. And a few more seconds of walking here. So you can go just a really wide step, or you can bound it. And so try and stop on each side. Give yourself that moment of balance time before you go back to the other side. So just a few more seconds here and we'll be back to our walking. Okay, back to walking. Oh, I have an itchy palm. What does it mean if your palms are itchy? Just one side. I don't notice a bite or anything there, but it's been itching like more than just like, oh, there's a little itch there. Okay, next up, we're going to do some knee pull downs. And again, I'll show you how you can jump it and make it a little bit more dynamic. So we're just going to pull down like this, and you're welcome to keep it here at this lower impact level. But if you want a little bit more impact, you can just, again, add that bit of a hop step. But if you're preferring low impact today, that's just fine too. Okay, and back to walking. I think we have just one interval left. I think so. I look at my timer and I should know from looking at my timer, but I don't always. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down onto our knees and then we're going to come up and add a double-footed jump. So the two feet are staying together. So you come down on the knees, stand up, and jump. And then switch. If you can, try to remember to switch which leg. I don't think I did there. Leads when you go down. Just try and switch it up whenever you remember. So you're not always going down on the same knee first over and over again. Oh, we're going to have one more interval after this. But that's okay. Excellent. And then walking. So we do have one more to go. I think I did this in the last walking workout. I was like, oh, I think we're done. But we weren't. So you can just sort of think of it as like an extra little bonus move. Okay, and here's another one where we're going to add sort of a jump in the middle. So we're going to go down into a bit of a curtsy squat. If you don't like the curtsy squat, you could just do like a side lunge. So we're going to go down in the curtsy squat and jump down. And if you want, you can put your hands above your head there. Kind of like you're trying to hit the ceiling with your fingers. I think I'm going right off the top of the camera when I do this. It's just because I'm jumping so high. It's not because I set up my camera poorly. Oh, excellent job, everybody. I'm just going to keep moving here a little bit as my heart rate comes down. I'll be sure to link a cool down in the description below so that you've got one to follow if you want. If you have energy and you want to keep going, click on another Stackable 10. I have more walking workouts in Stackable 10s. I have seated workouts. I have mat workouts. Pick what works for you, and you can make it a 20-minute or a 30-minute workout if you so choose. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you next time.